At this point, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our trainer. He's online. Yes, Mr. Alex is here. But before that, I can see a lot of people that I meet them during the CIMEC Health Lunch Talk. That is Thursday afternoon, 12 p.m. Leader Banks, I usually see you there. Augustus, okay, Mr. Bondi from Ghana, and then Nnamdi Osandu from Sierra Leone. Okay, Megoho from Togo. Okay, Mr. Bedeho from Togo. All right, thank you, everyone. Okay, I see that. Juicy, you're all welcome to today's session. Let us not take much time. I hand the microphone over to our facilitator for today, Mr. Les.
Okay.
The stage is yours.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It's great to have all of you here. So today is mainly about digital marketing, Facebook marketing. So I'm glad to help you guys. I know some of you are already familiar with advertising on Facebook, and some of you are new to advertising on Facebook. So don't worry, we'll be going into it step by step. And at the end of the call, this is going to be about 1 hour 30 minutes of pure training. And awesome, I see Sima from Liberia. Wonderful. I have some people that I invited here, so we'll see how that goes. Apart from that, at the end of the call, I'll open up the platform for questions. So please take your notes, take your book, and if you have anything, because this is going to be pure value, write anything. And we are going to take a lot of notes. And at the end of the call, if you have any questions, I'll take questions from there. But in the beginning, there's not going to be any questions. The main purpose is to help you understand how to run Facebook ads purely, because one of the things I have noticed is most people run Facebook ads, but you're doing it wrong. Usually, when you make a post and the first thing that you do is to boost posts, and most of you here have wasted a lot of money on that. So today and for the rest of the 3 days, so this is going to be about a 3-day event. So let me just 1 second. Awesome. So here's what I was saying. I was saying that this is going to be a 3-day event of pure training. So without further much ado, I'm going to share my screen. And please for those who are not muted yet, please mute um your voice. And that is so 1 second. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, the screen is clear.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, introduction to Facebook advertising. Most of you here already know about Facebook. You use Facebook. Even some of you got onto this particular training from the Facebook ads that we started running last week. All right. So, here's the thing that you probably don't know about Facebook. Facebook has about 3 billion monthly users on the platform. And what does this mean to you? It means that whatever business that we are currently running, whatever products that you currently have, there is someone out there willing to make a purchase. But the problem here is, how do you do that, right? So 3 billion active users on the platform, 200 million businesses on the platform, about 10 million plus advertisers on the platform who are actively generating about 131 billion revenue for Facebook. And out of this 131 billion, the question is how much have you gotten from this pie, right? So Facebook is making about 130 billion from advertisers. How much are you making? So the goal of this event is to make sure that after you've gotten everything from um what you'll be learning here, you'll be able to generate a sizable chunk of money from Facebook, right? So if 10 million plus advertisers are on the platform and you as a business owner have also joined the platform, the question is how at all are you going to use Facebook to make money, right? So there are various ways we can use and do that. So if you are here, your main goal is not to go on to TikTok and to dance or to go on to some of these platforms to keep a streak. Our goal is to make money as business owners. Your goal is to make money. So how are we going to do that? And to do that, we need to understand the various elements that make Facebook work. There's YouTube, there's TikTok, there's Telegram. There are other platforms out there that we can use. But why Facebook? Facebook has about other platforms that we have access to. Right. So Facebook has access to Instagram, it has access to WhatsApp, it has access to Instagram. So if we start running an an advertisement on Facebook, we are able to leverage other platforms, right? So if you start, let's say you decide on running an ad for $10 per day, we are able to tap into other platforms that Facebook has access to. So Meta as the parent company has other access to platforms that we need, right? So based on that, we know for a fact that when we start running an ad on Facebook, recently Facebook released the model where you can run Facebook ads on WhatsApp status. So if you go onto WhatsApp right now, you can even see ads running on your status, and that is an opportunity for business owners like you, right? So based on all of this, what are we going to learn? So the Meta platform advertising ecosystem involves the Messenger and Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and Audience Network. Apart from Audience Network, we also have WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp is also part of this ecosystem. So how does this come into consideration to you as a business owner? If you decide on making a business, so since this is powered by CIMEC Global, for those who are new, is a network company. But what we do is we provide health related products for we provide health related products, right? So health is one of the biggest markets in the world. Trillions of billions of US dollars is being made in this particular niche. And once you understand the market, the number one question is how do you distribute your product? The thing is this, the about 95% of businesses fail in their first 5 years, right? And as you already know, health has been there for a very long time. This is a stable market that I can tap into for as long as possible, even if it's 2040, 2060, or maybe 100 years from now. Health is going to be a major market that will still continue to endure, right? So that's one avenue. And the business owners that hone their skills in distribution win. When you start out with your business, you first decide on saying, okay, let me get better at the product. But the second time business owner thinks about how they can get better at distribution. And one of the distribution channels, right, is what we are talking about here, which is Meta. And Meta has provided us access to multiple platforms, which includes Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, and other platforms as well. So if we know that we have access to this, how do we leverage this ecosystem to make more money, right? So keep in mind what we are going to talk about. So how we are going to use Facebook isn't going to be the organic route. It's not going to be we patiently making posts and we'll make posts we'll post daily for 7 days, for 365 days, waiting for people to buy our product. No. we are going the paid route. We are going the paid route where we are going to tell Facebook that, hey, we have the money available and we want you to show our products to the right people. And this is the thing. The person who pays more wins. It's not about paying less. It's not about looking for tricks, looking for hacks. No. The person who has the risk tolerance to pay more on Facebook reaches out to more people. That's the number one truth you need to understand. If you have, let's say you have about 10,000 US dollars per month as your budget, and then someone has about 500 US dollars as their budget for Facebook. The person who has the 10,000 US dollars and knows what he's doing on Facebook is going to win more than the person who has about $500 for their ad. They are all going to make money, but one is going to make more, right? So here's what you need to understand about Facebook. We are going to be using a tool called the Facebook Ads Manager, right? So this Facebook Ads Manager is your central command center. You can find this tool on your App Store, on your Play Store, and if you have your laptop, you can also use your laptop or your desktop to get access to this tool. It's a very powerful tool because we are going to be using this tool to create campaigns that actually works. I mentioned in the beginning, previously, some of you guys, I've seen some of your ads, I've gone through some of your ads, I've spoken to CEO about this, and we found out that when you guys started out, most of you used to boost the post, right? So when you boost the post, you get money, but you are also wasting money. Boosting your post is not the right way to go. The right way to go is using a tool called the Facebook Ads Manager, right? The reason we are going to use the Facebook Ads Manager is because it's going to give us access to more tools to really target the people that we want. When you boost the post, it gives you access to some of the it gives you control over certain things, but it's not as detailed as to what we are going to be doing with Facebook Ads Manager. And by the end of this program, you are going to be a master at creating creating better ads using Facebook Ads Manager, right? So I'm saying that you can find this ads manager, you can run these campaigns on your phone. So for people who are connecting to this event on their phone and they're asking, okay, Alex, how can I benefit from this program? And you're using your phone, don't worry, you can benefit from this by creating campaigns using your phone. And here's the promise I want to make to you. So let's say you have a product by the end of this and you decide on say, okay, I want to go out there and then start promoting a product, but I don't have any product at all. My promise to you is by the end of this, you have access to a business that you can also run. And let's say you also want to do the same for other business. By the end of this program, you can do that for other businesses and also generate money as well. This is a high income skill. That's something you need to keep in mind. Knowing what you are going to talk about today is a high income skill that once you understand it at the fundamental level, it's going to be very easy for you to make money if you make money. Even if, let's say, you lose your business today and you don't have anything, but you have a sizable chunk of money, but you don't have any business, and you have this skill in your pocket, my brother, my sister, you can still be able to go from zero to whatever goal you have in mind, right? So the first thing that we are going to be looking at, which we'll be talking about, understanding Facebook ads, the Facebook ads manager, we are going to look at how to create campaigns, right? We are going to look at how to choose marketing objectives. So whenever we are creating a marketing campaign, say you have a business and you want to advertise your product. Previously, the traditional route is to print flyers or billboards, and you specify the locations to put them. Doing that takes a long time. You have to wait for people to see the billboards. You have to wait for people to see the flyers. Sometimes you have to walk and then hand out flyers to people who might not be interested in your product, right? But with Facebook, we can go out to people who would be interested in our product, who would be willing to pay for our product. But to do that, we need to understand the fundamental rule of the marketing objective. And what this is what it means. The objective simply tells Facebook what we desire for it to do. Right. So let's say we have a product or a service that we are trying to sell or we are trying to promote to the wider audience. We tell Facebook that, hey, this is a product that I have. this is what I want you to do. So let's say you have a product you are trying to sell, then the objective or the command you give to Facebook is going to be different. Let's say you have a video that you want people to watch, and there's no return on investment for that. You just want to increase your views, right? So generating views is different from when you want to generate sales. This is the objective. So objective, we have a lot of objectives on Facebook. So these are some of the examples. We have an objective called the awareness, traffic, leads, and conversion. So this tells Facebook what results we want, right? So we'll be looking into this into more details, but we are building the groundwork first. Then the second framework is going to be defining our audience. This is where we get into the mind of our audience to know who the product is for. We are going to look at if the product is for them and if they are willing to make a purchase with us. So here we are going to target by location, age, interest, behaviors, custom data to reach exactly the right people, right? So in this stage, we are going to look at, okay, we have this product. Who is it for? How old are they? What are they interested in? By giving Facebook the right data, it's going to give us the right output. So there's something in IT that we call giggle, that's garbage in, garbage out. And Facebook is also a machine. So whatever you give to Facebook is what it will give to you. So let's say you have a product and then you decide on being lazy and you create something that doesn't really um let's say you have a page and all of a sudden you're promoting memes, right? So I've seen a lot of these pages before. You have a product, but all of a sudden you decide on sharing memes, you decide on sharing funny jokes. That is not the purpose of your page. That's not the purpose of what you are trying to do. So it creates a mismatch to what Facebook is trying to bring to you. So if you give Facebook, okay, this is the memes I want you to promote, and you are trying to make a sale, people become confused. So by the end of this program, you learn how to create and to target the right audience. Then the third framework is going to be designing your Facebook app. So this is going to be the creative part. This is going to be the videos you are going to create. This is going to be the copy you are going to write. This is going to be the flyers you are going to generate, right? So someone might ask, okay, the videos or the images or the copy that I'm going to write for my app. Probably I don't know how to do that. Don't worry, we can use a computer to do that. Now it's very easy for you to make to generate art because of something we call AI, artificial intelligence. So now you don't even need to come up with ideas on your own. Maybe you have an idea, you have some creative idea, but you don't know how to put it all together. Now we have AI um that can help you generate this can help you generate this can help you generate this output. Then the fourth framework will be to measure and optimize. So after we've created our campaigns, how do we grow from there? So let's say you started with $10 per day and you want to scale to 50 or to $100 per day. How do you track which particular ad is generating you the best result and which one to focus on and which one to kill, right? So Facebook is advertising on Facebook is about testing. It's about testing which works and what doesn't work. So let's say you have 5 videos and you have 5 flyers. You're going to run ads towards this asset, and you are going to test to see which one is going to perform. You are going to see whether the video is performing or whether the flyers are going to perform. And based on your test, you are going to kill which one is not working and which one is not working. But this is something that you need to have in mind because we are going the paid route. You need to have a budget set aside, right? So if you have money, you have some funds aside, you need to say to yourself that okay, this money is for Facebook. By doing that, you shift your emotions away because once you involve your emotions towards what you're doing, you're going to turn off your ads prematurely, right? And that's what most people do. So this is what I want you to repeat to yourself that I'm going to have a, a budget set aside for Facebook ads. By doing this, it's going to be very easy when it comes to okay. by doing this, it becomes very easy when an ad is not performing and you decide on killing it, or if you are not making money, right? So this is the thing. When you start running ads on Facebook, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make generate funds immediately. Please, I see someone is currently can you mute yourself, please? The background noise. Can we mute ourselves, please? 1 second. Let me see who that is. Mr. Joseph, please, can you mute yourself? I think you can mute him.
Mr. Joseph, mute your
Yes,
microphone.
yes, yes. Yeah. Click on it again. The three dots. Yeah, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Uh, let's move on. Let's move on. That was just by the way. Awesome. So I was saying that number 4 is measuring and optimizing our campaign, scaling or horizontally or vertically. This can be done in multiple formats. We'll be learning about that as we continue to go on. So please pay attention. Then we also have, as I was saying in the beginning, we have the organic and then we have the paid. We, as business owners, we are going to focus on the paid, but I want to uh, tell you about the organic. Organic marketing is when you become a content creator. You are going to be creating content and you're going to rely on the algorithm to boost your post for some time. This is when maybe you make a post and then it goes viral or it doesn't go viral. If it doesn't go viral, that means you're going to wait for months. It's going to be very slow. So understanding the difference between organic and paid approaches is fundamental before spending a single dollar on ads. So number one, the organic marketing is free to post. You, when you make a post on Facebook, no one is charging you. It's very slow. You are going to be growing very slowly. Let's say you want to make 1,000 US dollars per month, and then you are relying on your page that has 0 followers, and you are going to be posting about 30 days, 30 days every single day. You're going to make post every single day for 30 days. It's going to be very hard to do. I'm not saying it's impossible to do, but it's going to be very hard to do and very slow. Plus, you're going to be you have limited reach, right? So that's something that happens when you rely on the algorithm to boost and it builds community over time. But with paid advertising like this, you need budget, right? I mentioned this. You need something. You need money to run this to run the ads, instant reach. So with this, because you have control over the ads that you are running, you can target the right people. That's precise targeting and scalable results. So if you put 1,000 US dollars in Facebook ads, you know that at the back of your mind you can make maybe 10,000 US dollars per month based on the product that you are trying to sell, and that's measurable return on investment. So you're putting 1,000 in, you're getting 10,000 back. You can measure that. So based on profit and loss, you know that you're making about 9,000 US dollars in profit, right? So that's Facebook and why it usually works, right? So benefits of Facebook and Instagram advertising. So probably you don't know this. So number one, unmatched targeting, you have far more control, far more control over the people that you are going to reach. You can reach people by their demographics, you can reach people by their interests, their life events, purchase behaviors. Facebook has enough data about every single one of us. Let's say you are speaking to your friend, you're speaking to your wife, you're speaking to your husband, and tell them that, hey, I want to buy a phone, or yeah, on a call. The next time you go onto Facebook, you, you can see, you notice that you start getting ads being targeted to you. You start getting targeted by people selling phones, right? So that's one thing. Plus flexible budget. So let's say you're someone here who doesn't have much budget. Let's say you have about 500 US dollars. That's your that you want to spend. You can do that. Or maybe you're here that you have about 10,000 US dollars per month and you want to spend that. Facebook is flexible enough for you to start, right? So you can start small and then grow from there. That's something about Facebook. It's different from television or radio stations where you need a fixed amount to get into that type of distribution. And apart from that, the return on investment, you can measure that. So you can track every click, you can track every lead, you can track every sale directly back to your ad spend, giving you clear visibility over what you are working and what doesn't work. So as I was saying in the beginning, with this, you can see which ads are performing and which ones are not performing. And based on that, you can decide on which one you are going to kill first and which one you are going to let loose. Then fast results. I'm not going to promise you that if you start running ads, you're going to you start making money from day zero. No. It takes time for it takes Facebook time to learn about your product, your service, about your audience, and to get you to the right people. And this is what happens on Facebook. Sometimes you get access to the right people, but at the wrong time, right? That's something we cannot control. We cannot control time. We cannot control human behavior. That's something we cannot control. But what we have control over is we reaching out to the right people. But what happens after that is something we cannot control. So let's say we start a new campaign and we want to sell our products. Some people don't have the money now. Some people are working, they are waiting for their end, they are waiting for their salary, or something happened, an emergency happened, they have to go to the hospital. So there are certain things we don't have control over, right? But what we have control over is what we are going to be learning. Right. So that's something you need to keep in mind. So sometimes you might start running your ad and you start feeling down that, hey, I've been running this ad, I've wasted this amount of money, I've not made it back. These are some of the things you don't have control over. But keep in mind that as you continue to press on, as you continue to grow, you you continue to make. I know people who spend about 100,000 US dollars per month on Facebook and they're able to make their money back, right? So this is something that you also need to understand is the economics of your product, of your service. As you are growing, you need to understand that, hey, if this product is $25, how can I continue making profit from one person? We call that the lifetime val LTV, the lifetime value of a customer. So if a customer comes in to buy something today, how can I how can I make sure that they stick for long to continue buying my product, right? And that's why I love health, because once they buy a product today, they can continue to buy products the next day, the next month, the next year. Is something is a monthly thing, right? Apart from that, one of the things is that once you understand the economics, you can say, okay, I have this product which is selling for $25. You can have other products that I can sell on the back end, right? So they bought this product, you can also promote other products to them. So once you get a customer from Facebook, you have them for life, right? And you can sell to them forever. And this is what happens and why I love it, because once you start promoting on Facebook, once they come into your ecosystem and they buy one product, you can you don't pay access to Facebook for that contact again. And that's the interesting thing about Facebook. Then this is how Facebook works and why I said that if someone who has $500 and someone who has 10,000 US dollars and they are running ad on Facebook, the one who pays more on Facebook is going to win. And that's what Facebook relies on. Facebook relies on a auction base and Facebook relies on auction base, right? So the highest bidder wins. What does this mean? So let's say for example someone is paying $100 per day on ads and then someone is spending $3 per day. Who do you think is going to generate the most response? Right. So I'm waiting for you in the comments. Who do you think is going to make the most money? The person is spending $100 per day or the one spending $3 per day? Who do you think? All right. The $100 per day. Awesome. So you guessed that right. So the one who spends more gets more response, and that's what Facebook relies on. So bidding is where Facebook will give access to their platform that, hey, this we have access to this placement, and we are willing to give access to you, but to have access to more people, there are millions of people, as we saw in the beginning, there are millions of people monthly users on the platform. So to get access to this small pie, maybe in Liberia and Sierra Leone, and you want to get access to maybe 100, maybe let's say 10 million people in Sierra Leone, you don't get access to those people by paying $3. No, it doesn't work that way. But you get access by paying more over time and knowing the right, having the right product, having the right approach, having the right systems in place. And that's what this event is for. By the end of this, I believe you have all the systems in place. You know which particular apps you need to create for what particular product you currently have. Then, so this is another thing that happens. So how businesses generate revenue with Facebook. So how do these huge businesses, how do they generate revenue on Facebook? So number one, so for those who join this particular event from Facebook, this is how you got access to the program. I created the art on Facebook. You saw it, and that was the awareness stage. Awareness simply means, okay, here's what we are doing. Here's what is out there. You are curious about it. You want to learn more. You're in the awareness stage. We reach out to new audiences. You've not heard about us before, but you were curious enough to learn about what we are doing, right? So once you were curious about it, then you were in the consideration phase. So in the consideration phase is where we retarget warm audiences with more details, where you are going to see testimonials, you are going to see a lot of information about the product, about the service, whatever it is. Then after you've gotten enough information about what the product is or what the service is about, then you start to convert to learn more. So for those on the call today, let's say you have a product you are going to sell, they are curious about it. They reach out to you on WhatsApp or whatever messaging platform you use. They get access to it. They ask you questions about the product. Then they make the active decision of making a purchase. That's the conversion stage. Then, as I mentioned, you don't just get the customer once and that's it. No, you engage them for more to come. And that's where we have the upsells. Upsell simply means once they buy a lower ticket product, let's say you have a product that is at $25, you can upsell them to another product. So let's say, for example, someone buys a product, one bottle of a product, and so for the product that we have here is mostly health products. So they buy a product for $25, right? And once they buy that product, we can say, okay, you bought one product and one bottle. How about buying three bottles, right? So three bottles is an upsell. It's a higher ticket product, right? And we can have loyalty offers. We can bring them into a subscription and say, okay, we are going to ship to your home every 30 days. That's how we retain customers, right? That's something you need to know. You don't just get a customer and then you start looking for different people. You need to tell yourself, how can I maximize the value per one customer, right? Then once you've done that, the thing that you need to also understand is this: the revenue models, Facebook can be used by everyone, right? You can use it e-commerce stores, service businesses, coaches and consultants, brick and mortar shops. So on WhatsApp, I asked what your occupation was, and then I read most of you had businesses that you run, and most of you are teachers. You also want to make money on the side. So there are a lot of people on Facebook that are making money. There are a lot of businesses out there, right? So since you are all clear with the fundamentals and believe for a fact that I can make money on Facebook, the next step is, okay, how can we use this? How can we use this platform? How can we use this platform profitably, right? So I mentioned in the beginning that we are going to be using a platform called the Art Manager. So I'm going to build a foundation on that. And once we are, so for today, it's going to be building the foundation on the Arts Manager, and then we'll move on from there. So let me stop sharing my screen for now. All right, so one second. Seems someone has a question. So before we move on to the questions, let me see. Oh, awesome, awesome. All right. All right, so I see someone hands up. Let me get to that. Is it Emanuela or who raised their hands? Please, can you ask your question before we move on? The next stage is going to be interesting. All right, since there's no question, then let's move on. You don't worry, if you have any questions, we'll get into details as we continue from here. At the end of the session, I'll open up the platform for 30 minutes for questions, right? So don't worry about that at all. Um, someone,
Speak for myself, and
one
I think it
second.
might say apply to other things. Yeah, I really want to ask a question, sir.
Okay, so someone asked a question. All right,
Okay.
please go, Francis.
I'm yeah, thank you, sir. I'm from Sierra Leone. This country is not monetized. I really want to know if this business can be able to work here as yes, sir.
Okay, so your question is, can this business work here?
Yeah, the Facebook monetization. This is the one class today because I'm new there. The
Okay.
introduction you made, what you are talking about. If someone in Sierra Leone can able to have access of all the requirement that the Facebook monetization will be demand for. So that's my question, sir.
Yeah. So we are not content creators. What I'm teaching you is not how to become a content creator. A content creator is the one that is going to rely on Facebook to pay them when their post goes viral. No, that's not what we're talking about here. Our main goal is to have a product or a service that we are selling to people who pay us for that. And it works everywhere. If you have a
Okay.
product, you have a service in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, it doesn't really matter. We can
Yeah,
use Facebook
because
to promote that.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I could say I am a graphic designer, I can try
Mm-hmm.
my best. Though
Mm-hmm.
for now I'm a beginner. There too, I do a money by money transfer, legit, through BNB, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing that business. I have been created a TikTok account, even Facebook too, but the way it is moving, it's not going to people actually the way I'm expecting to be. So that's the main reason I find myself here. I was so happy for that because through that I
Awesome.
can able to learn how to the world now we are living in digital world. So I can easily be starting anywhere to ask Facebook to, you know,
Yeah.
add value to my business and give to people who are demanded for it. Because there are people who my business is not interested to them because of one way of the reason. There
Mm-hmm.
are people who are yearning for such opportunity. So the
Mm-hmm.
one that are yearning for such opportunity, Facebook will able to, you know, disseminate my message to them so my business could be able to run the way I'm
Mm-hmm.
expecting to be. So
Okay.
that's it. Because in here I don't think in this country is monetized because there are a lot of things, someone we want to do online, do we say, oh,
Yeah.
Sierra Leone is not monetized, but we are praying to God, for it to be. So that's my question. If
Yeah.
that can be able to work here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thanks for your question. All right, so I'll get back to what you asked for because
Okay.
it's an easy answer. So I'll get back to this question
Okay.
at the end, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Thank you,
Because
sir.
once you understand it, you'll be able to scale your business, whatever it is, from there. So don't worry at
Okay, sir.
all. We'll get it. All right. So let
Okay, sir.
me continue.
Thank you.
All right. So before we run any Facebook ad on, and before we run any Facebook ad, the first thing that we need, most of you already know, you need a Facebook page. That's something that you need to know. I'm not going to go, I'm not going to go into details about that. We need a Facebook page. If you want to run any ads on any platform, you need an account, you need a page on that platform. So since we are running Facebook ads on Facebook, we need a business page. Creating it is very easy. Once you create it, the next thing is to know how we are going to leverage the ads manager. So let me open up a new doc here. So for us run um to run a campaign on Facebook, we need to get access to something called the Meta Ads Manager. I think someone is still all right. We need the Meta Ads. We need the Meta Ads Manager, right? So this Meta Ads Manager, you can download it on your phone, whether you're using Apple, you're using Android, or you're using whatever phone you're using, Samsung. You can get access to it on Play Store or Apple Store, right? So once you've downloaded it, and if you're using your PC, you can get access to it at you can get access to it at um that's the adsmanager.facebook.com. Let me just copy this for you. Right, so you can get access to it at adsmanager.facebook.com. This is where we are going to be running most of our campaigns, right? So let me open up, let me just scroll and refresh through this. Right, so when you log into your Facebook Ads Manager, this is how it's going to look like. For those who are new, it's you not have access to any of this. Let me see if I can. 1 second. So let me see. Let me bring up something that is quite that's mostly new, so that you see how it's different from. So all right. So if you've not run any ad on Facebook before, this is how your ads manager is going to look like. It's going to be very empty. This is what it is, right? But this is one of the most powerful tools you learn. This is where we are going to run our campaigns. This is where we are going to reach out to the right people, right? So when we decide on running the ad, the person that since today is day one, I'm just going to build the groundwork. The most important thing we are going to learn is going to be the objective, right? So I mentioned in the beginning that once you understand in your mind that, okay, this is what I'm going to tell, this is the campaign that I'm going to run on Facebook. I want to generate sales, or maybe I want to get video views, or maybe I want to get people to share my page, or I want to get more followers. Knowing the right campaign is going to treat you far, far more better than if you create a mismatch. So this is what happens on Facebook. If you click on boost post like usual, let's say if you click on boost post on usually when you click on boost post, the objective that you're going to select is going to be totally different from what you are going to be doing. So if we want to create an ad, the first thing you need to understand is you need to connect your you need to let's see. All right, that's just by the way. So before we run any Facebook ads, there are some prerequisites that we need to accept. First of all, we need to enter in our billing and payments, right? So we need to enter in our Visa card or our MasterCard, or probably some of you might also want to use your virtual cards. There are some platforms that allow you to do that. So let me show you how to do that. So once you enter in your artsmanager.facebook.com, you can even search on Google. So on Google, you can even ask arts manager. So you can type in Facebook arts manager, right? So once you type it, well, once you type this in, it will bring you to this particular dashboard. So to bring it to something called a business, your business suite, right? So the business suite is like your collection of the tools, where all the tools you are going to use lives. The business suite has everything you need. So that's why I said before we even run any Facebook ad on, before we run any advertisement on Facebook, we need a page. So to get access to these particular tools that we are going to be using, we go to the business.facebook.com. And once we get here, I'll click on all tools and it will bring me to my arts manager, right? So the arts manager is what we're going to be using. But I mentioned that there are some prerequisites that is required for us to run Facebook ads properly. So to do that, we need to save our billing, our normal um, Visa card or MasterCard in place. Without it, we cannot run any advertisements. We cannot reach any people, right? So once you click on the billing and payment, once you click on that, you can get access to it from your business suite, or you can get access to it from your ads manager. Your ads manager, you see it on your left hand side, the billing and payment. It leads to the same place. So once you've done that, you click on the payment method, and then here it says add business payment method, right? So you click on the add. So assign to sell. This is a new account, so that's why you're seeing all of this. But if you've run any ad before, you you see what's happened to it. So here you can see that my country here, I'm connecting from you from Ghana, but you have to connect here. So if you're in Liberia or you're in Sierra Leone, you have to search for the right country, right? So you type in the right country and then the currency. So you look for your currency. If your currency can be found here, that's a good thing for us in Ghana. We don't, Facebook doesn't have the Ghanaian cedis here, so we usually use the US dollars, right? So once I've selected that, the next thing that I'm going to do, which I'm not going to do on the call, is to enter in the payment details on the card, right? So since this is international call, I'm not going to input my card details. Someone might take it and then use it for payment. So it's private. I'll not do that on the call. But you need to enter in your card. It's going to ask you for your name. It's going to ask for the card number. It's going to ask for the expiry date and then the CVV, right? So once you've entered in the details, you just click on save, and Facebook will save your details um to your account. Whatever problems that comes, you just locate it. There are some cards that Facebook doesn't accept. So based on what works, you ask your bank for. Let's say in your country in Sierra Leone, maybe Visa card is not available. You can see some of the accepted cards here. You can see Visa card, Mastercard, Amex, Discover card. There are some cards here that Facebook accepts. You can look towards what Facebook wants, and then you give that to them, and that should be it, right? So once you've added your Facebook, so let me get let me get access to your to the document that we are using here. 1 second. One second. All right. So once you've added in, so number one, add your payment method. So some basic requirements. So add your payment method. That's number one. The first thing that you need to do once you've added your payment method. So at the billing and payment, you can see we have something called the add account. And as you can see, it says there are no add accounts here. So the add account is the add account is where is the account we are going to use to run our advertisements, right? So let me show you something something interesting. Every normal personal profile has another account connected to it. But when you create a new business profile, you can see we have 0 other accounts. So this is something that um I want you to realize, right? So let's say you're running your ad from your personal ad account. Sometimes something might happen. Let's say you're running an ad that Facebook deems is it doesn't correlate to their terms and conditions. They can turn it off, and it becomes very difficult continue running your advert. So what do you do to prevent that from happening? To prevent, let's say, if Facebook strikes this ad account which is connected to your personal profile, when that happens, you will not have access to your personal profile again. So what do you do to separate your personal profile from your business profile? You need to create another account for your business page. So to do that, you can click on the page here, and as you can see, it says visit the settings page to add the other account to this business portfolio, then assign it to yourself to manage that other account. So what does it do? It says we should click the business settings here. It's the same thing we are seeing here right now. It's the same thing. It's going to lead us to the same place, right? So we can set the add account here, or we can set the add account at this level. So let me show you how to do both. So number one, so number two. So we had our other add your payment method. Number two is add your add account. This is very important. This is going to be tied to your business page. Right. So you click on this, you click at the top here, you click on so this is the new page that we created. The ones you click on it, you click on the settings, is then going to lead you to this new page where you are going to create your ad account. So one of the benefits that we are going to, and one of the benefits of doing this is it separates, again, as I mentioned, it separates your personal profile from your business profile, so that whatever happens, it doesn't touch your personal profile, and you can create as much ad accounts as you want. So you can create more pages. So let's say you have a business profile and business page for health. You have another business page for your graphic design services. You can have multiple pages, and then every page has its own ad accounts that you can use, right? So it separates each of them. So to create the ad accounts, you click on the ad account section here, and then you click on add. Then once you click on add, it says that add another account. Add accounts can't be removed from your business portfolio once added. The first one, it says to create a new ad account. Number two, it says add an existing ad account. Number three is request access to an ad account in another business portfolio. So let's say you're running the ad for someone else, you can request access to the ad account from your profile. Or let's say you have another ad account and you want to move it to a page that you are currently running, you can do that. But what we are currently doing is we want to add a new ad account. So to do that, I'll click on the add a new ad account. And with this, I'll name it, what's the name of the business page? Okay, so then I'll change the date to make sure that it is set to Ghanaian time. We do this because when we start running the ad, we are going to be running the ad towards our real time zones. But let's say you are running the ad towards international markets, you still want it to be the same. You want it to be in your same time zone. So 1 second. Plus 0. Let me choose the Greenwich Meridian. Then I'll select the currency. As I mentioned, in Ghana here we use the US dollar, so I'm going to leave it as that. My business, since we are running this for a new business, if you are doing it for another business, you select the right ad account, what you want to use it for. Then I'll click on next. Okay, I'll agree to the terms and conditions. Then I'll click on create ad account. So these are the prerequisites that we need to do. So again, we are setting up the foundation, right? So once the ad account is created, we move on from there. All right. As you can see, we've not added the payment method, so it is encouraging us once again to add the payment information. Again, you do that on your own account, right? And then I'll click on done. All right. So we've added our payment method, and then we've added our ad account. So this is something that you need to do. You need to know. If you don't add your payment method, you cannot run your advertisement. It doesn't work. It will not go through. So please make sure that you've added your payment method before you move on. It doesn't, let's say you want to create another, if not added your payment method, your ad will not go through. So please add your payment method before you continue. So now that we've added the prerequisite, let's start understanding um the various objectives that we have, right? So understanding campaign ob objectives. This is going to be very important when we start running our ads. Very, very important. So please pay attention to it. So I'll go back to my ad manager. I'll go back to my ad manager. All right. It's taking a while, so please. All right. Please, can you hear me all right? Okay. I think I believe so. My connection here is a bit. All right. Once you are waiting for the connection, does anyone have any questions? Any questions, please, as we wait for this page to load. You can raise your hand. So at the bottom, you can see the raise hand. You just raise your hand and then I'll take it from there as we wait for. Yeah. So, Mr. Joseph, I see your hands up. So unmute yourself and then ask your question. I'll get back to Francis' question as well.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
I am Joseph. I- Yeah, joining from Liberia. Okay, my question has to do with the online business, right? For me, I'm in a country that not less than 25% have access to internet. So how can you do a online business within such country that have roughly 25% access to internet?
Okay.
That's my question.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about building a business on the internet. You're not tied to your country alone, Joseph. So when you start building your business, you're not only tied to Liberia. You can promote your products to Sierra Leone. You can promote your products to Ghana. So even if only 25% of the 20% of your population has access to the internet, you can still promote to them as well as also promoting your services to other countries as well. You get it? So you don't need to tie yourself to the box of Liberia that okay, only 25% of people in Liberia can I make money. And I know for a fact that people are thriving, people are making money from Liberia. So even without 25%, you can still create a business that works. Right. So
Okay, thank you.
you're very welcome, Joseph. Why is this 1 second? One second, please. My internet is okay. There we go. So we are going to. This is our next. This is the next foundation we are going to build, understanding our campaign objective, and then once we are done, we'll take questions, and we'll take it from there. All right. Since it's still loading, does anyone have any other question?
Please, I have a question.
Uh, who has a question? Please raise your hands so that I see you, so I can call you by name. Who has a question, please? All right. It seems no one does.
Hello.
Yes,
Mm,
hello.
good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Delight. What's your question, please?
Oh, okay. My question is, you are running an ad,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you have set your ad like, today is 2nd of June, so you put your ad on 2nd of June,
Okay.
but because you want the ad to continue running, you don't want to pause it. But formally on the setup, you put 2nd of June. So, but we want it to continue. So, how do you do the setups, please?
Okay. So to understand your question, you are creating a campaign that's 2nd of June, that's today.
Yes.
And you want, I don't understand. Do you want to
Okay. I mean,
run the ad
let me
for a
let me.
certain amount of days, or what's your real question, please?
Okay. My question is this: I
Mm-hmm.
set up my ad. And then I started the ad 2 weeks ago, and today, 2nd of June, is the completion of the 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
because of that product, because the way it was delivering online, so I want because when you set a target, it will end that day, but I want it to continue going.
Okay. I've gotten your question. That's
Yeah.
beyond the scope of what you are doing today, but I'll answer that at the end of
Oh,
today's. I'll answer that when you get there.
okay.
All right.
Okay, no problem.
Don't worry. All right. So let's move
Okay,
on. So
no problem. Thank you.
you're welcome. Now that we are in a, this is what, so if you've not run any ad before, this is what you are going to see, especially if you're running your ad on desktop. So the first thing that we are going to look at is going to be our objective. So as you can see, Facebook is based on the auction, but we also have another second step, which is the reservation. That's like more advanced. The advanced level is where you tell Facebook that you're not going to buy the ad right now, but they should reserve a spot for you, right? So reservation is like you want to spend a time at a restaurant, you call them and you reserve a table. That's what it means. But the auction here, we are buying in real time, and we are going to be bidding against other marketers. So these are some of the campaign objective. We have 6 campaign objectives that we have. Campaign objectives. So let's break it down. So we have the awareness objective, right? So the awareness objective, you can take it as you have a product that you're trying to sell, but you don't want to sell the product upright. You want to create curiosity. You want to educate the you want to educate the masses. You want to create curiosity about the products, right? Let's take for example breast cancer month. You want to create content that educates women about breast cancer. I want to create content. First of all, you're not trying to sell a product. You're only creating awareness. You are creating curiosity about it, and you're educating the market, right? So this is the type of ad that you create, that you just say, okay, I don't want to sell anything right now, but I want to educate the people first about the symptoms, the problems that they have concerning this particular problem. And once they identify that, then you can decide on say, okay, this is I can sell them later on. So the awareness here, so the awareness that we have, oh, sorry. The awareness that we have here, it is good for it. We use it to show ads to people who are most likely to remember them, right? So you can create a campaign that is mostly awareness. It's good for reach, brand awareness with
Awareness
videos.
correction. Yes, it has to be a budget by. Hello.
All right. So
You have to set up a budget.
we said, sorry, that's just by the way. We have the reach. Is you give It's good for reach, brand awareness, and video views. Let's say you've recorded a video, or you've had a videographer to create a content about something, or you've created a content about certain problems. The awareness campaign is good for video views. Maybe you want to go viral, you can use this um objective. Then the second one is the traffic objective. So the traffic objective is when you want to take people away from Facebook towards a third party platform. So the traffic, you send people to a destination like a website, your app, your Instagram profile, or your Facebook event, right? So with the traffic, you're saying, okay, Facebook, I want you to take people from Facebook towards a third party platform that I have. So here it is good for link clicks, landing page views. So let's say you have a website, you want people to visit the website to learn more about your business, to learn more about the product, to learn more about your services. You can select the traffic objective. So as you can see here, it says it is good for link clicks, landing page views, Instagram profile visits, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and then also calls as well, right? As I mentioned, they are taking people away from Facebook towards a third party platform. Then the third one here, which I usually use the most, is the engagement objective, right? So with the engagement objective, it is good to get more messages, purchases through messaging, video views, interactions, video likes. So the people who most the my friends from Liberia and Sierra Leone who got onto this platform, I use the engagement objective. Why did I choose it? I chose it because this would help me get a lot of engagement to get people to share their art towards to their timeline so that other people will be interested in it and also to sign up for the program. It also gets people to watch more and to watch the videos, to like, comment, and share. That's mostly about engagement. And also for conversion score, you can choose the engagement, right? And then the leads. Let's say you have a real estate business. So know that real estate business, if you are selling a product, you are looking for, we have the buyers and then we have the sellers, right? So for the sellers, they need leads of buyers. Lead simply means the name, contact, and then the addresses. That's the lead of the buyers, right? So with the leads, you want to get access to contact details of potential customers. So you want to collect leads for your business or brand. And it is good for website or instant forms, message, Instagram, WhatsApp, conversions, and calls. Then we also have the app promotion. This is for those who have the app. Let's say you created an app for a mobile application for your business and you want people to install that app. You can select the app installation. And then the one that I love the most is the sales objective, which as its name sounds, is to convert sales and to convert people who would likely buy a product that I have. So this is what happens, right? So Facebook Facebook has a lot of information, right? Facebook has a lot of information about you. It has a lot of information about its users. It has a lot of information about everyone who uses its platform, whether you're using WhatsApp, whether you're using Instagram, even if you're not on Facebook, Facebook has Meta has your details. So what does this do? Why do we choose the right objective? We choose the right objective because Facebook has information about its users, about our potential customers. Once we select the right objective, so let's say we have a product and we want to make sales, and we choose the sales objective, we are telling Facebook that, hey, look for potential buyers on Facebook who are likely to buy this product, fall under who fall under this particular customer avatar, who are my potential customers. Facebook has our information like that, right? So by choosing the right objective, you tell Facebook what you want it to do. So let's say we choose the engagement, right? There are people on Facebook, there are people on the internet, they will never, ever, ever buy anything from you. But what they will do is they'll get onto Facebook, they'll watch videos, they'll share the videos, they'll do everything possible to make sure that a video goes viral. But to buy a product, no. So if you choose the engagement, you're telling Facebook that, hey, Facebook, look for anyone who falls under my audience, who are likely my potential customers, who like to engage, right? Who like to comment and share. By doing this, we get the right information. And when we select the traffic, you're saying, okay, Facebook, look for anyone who likes to visit third-party software, who like to click on links, who like to visit other platforms to learn more about products, right? So by choosing the right objective for our ad, we are able to tell Facebook exactly what we want to do. And that's how we get the best results from what we are doing. I hope this makes sense to everyone listening. If you have a service you are trying to sell and you choose traffic, and you have a website and that website doesn't sell that service or product, what are you trying to do? You are going to be wasting a lot of money to sending people towards a platform that wouldn't convert the people towards what you are trying to do. So if the goal is to make sales, then you need to select the right objective. So someone will ask, okay, Alex, how let's say I want to add engagement, I want to add traffic, I want to add sales towards one campaign. It doesn't work that way. One campaign one objective, one campaign, one objective. So if you want to create a sales campaign, then you can only have only that sales campaign. If you want to create an engagement campaign, then it's an engagement campaign. So this is what we do. So let's say we create an awareness campaign, we educate the people, we create um, an engagement campaign to educate people about breast cancer. Once we have that data installed, once they've engaged on that content, we can go back to Facebook and tell Facebook that, hey, retarget everyone that has watched this video, who has liked the page, who has liked this post, retarget them to sell the product. That's how you get the best result. I hope you are getting it. So if we create an engagement campaign in the beginning, the next thing we can do is we can create another campaign that is going to retarget anyone who has watched our video or done anything to the page in the past 30 days, in the past 28 days, in the past 7 days. We can do that. Facebook gives us access to that. And that's why I was saying that we do that using the ads manager. If you are boosting your posts, you cannot do that. You don't have access to all these controls. But when we are using the right tool, which is the ads manager, and then we start running our ads the right way, if you're not getting any response, then that means that the people we are reaching out to is bad. But here's the good news. Even if nothing is working, we can continue to create new campaigns to target more people. So let's say you are creating an ad in Liberia, but you don't want to target the whole of Liberia, or you have a campaign you want to run in Sierra Leone, but you don't want to run the ad for people all over Sierra Leone. Maybe you have a specific location that you want to target. You can do that. So let's say you want to run an in-person event and you want to invite your area and your area people or your area members. You can do that. You can run ads towards that particular location, or you can run an ad just as I did and brought some of you here. You see that we are in Ghana, but we are able to have this event because people in Liberia or in Sierra Leone were interested in the event because they found the ad on their timeline. And this ad didn't appear to people in Ghana, right? So you have control over that. So to answer Francis' question about the Facebook, so you have your graphic design business, right? So you can run an ad, towards that. You can create an ad whatever budgets that you have, and then you run the ad towards business owners would who would likely who would be interested in hiring you to who would be willing to hire you as the graphic designer, right? So that's one of the things you can do with Facebook, right? So um that's that's just something that you need to know as well. So apart from that, let me see what else. All right. So apart from the objective that I've mentioned, which is so let me share my screen once again. So apart from the objectives that I've mentioned, the awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app, and sales, the next thing that you need to consider is your budget, right? Your daily budget. So Facebook is a post-paid platform. What this means is we can run our ad and we only pay Facebook when we start seeing the results. So we run the ad. So let's say I'm running a sales campaign for one of the products that we have here. I only pay after I've started getting response. So the response can be in the form of sales on my website or message on WhatsApp. So Facebook will charge me based on the amount of people that conform to the objective that I've selected. That's why I said selecting the right objective is very important. Otherwise, you'll be paying for something that doesn't really make sense. Let's say, for example, you selected engagement and then people are sending you message, but you want sales. It's going to be very difficult um for you to measure the return on investment on that, right? So but when you select the right objective, Facebook will give you the right data, the right output, the right results that you're looking for. And tomorrow as we come, we'll start getting into details about how to create this campaign, and Delight asked us about how to continue running our ads. That's day two of our program. We'll be getting into details about how to actually build these campaigns. Today is only to build the foundation for whatever we are doing here, right? To understand that and to really put into mind that we can make money from Facebook. We don't need to spend 365 days creating content consistently to make money. No. If we have the budget, we can tell Facebook that I have the money, reach out to the right people, and you can get access to the people that you want. The only thing that will happen will be maybe the people that you reach out to don't have the money right now. That's something you cannot control. That's something you definitely cannot control. If they don't have the money today, you cannot force people to buy your product. And I've seen a lot of people who go to jail, who go to prison because of the crimes that they've created, the scams that they've done. All right, because of the crimes that they've done on the scams they've run on Facebook, because they told people to go for loans to pay for products. My brothers, my sisters, don't be like that. Don't force people to go for loans to buy the products that you sell. Rather, reach out to the people who currently have money to spend. And even if they don't buy right now, chances are you can continue to reach out. That's why I said that we have the retention model, one of the frameworks. Once they've purchased, the next stage is retention. Even if they don't buy, you can reach out to them later on to ask, okay, hey, you reached out to me last week and you said you were interested in my product, but you told me you don't have the money. Are you interested in do you have the money right now? Or is it something you're interested in? So that's how we work. Sales is interesting. Once you understand what you are doing, once you understand that is sales is all about relationship, you before you know it, you get to understand how to actually make sales and how to actually grow your business. So my question is, are you willing to use Facebook as your distribution for the business that you have? Are you willing to use Facebook as a source of revenue for your business? If you are willing, you can just type I am willing, or just type in one so that I know that you are with me. If you are willing to use Facebook as your distribution for, just type into the chat so that I know you're with me. Just type in one, or I am willing. All right. Mr. Roberts typed in one from, that's awesome. One from Messi, one from Francis. That's awesome. No, I know that most of you are willing. That's awesome. So that's that's one of the things I wanted to build here. The foundation that Facebook is not only a place for you to comment, share, and watch videos. It's a place where you can actually make money. And once you understand this basic truth, this basic fact, the next stage is going to be very, very, very exciting for you. So I'm going to end it here. It's now 14:05, and then I'm going to take questions. I'm going to take questions. Awesome. I see Delight says over ready. Jonathan says one. Awesome, awesome to see that you guys are ready. That's great to see. All right. So any questions? Mr. Roberts has raised his hand, so you can unmute yourself and then we'll take it from there. All right, Mr. Roberts, you can unmute yourself and then ask your question. Mr. Semi. No, we cannot hear you. You're still on mute. I think he has to be on. At the bottom, you see at the top, you can see you can unmute yourself, or if you're using your PC, you can see the mic at the down there. Let me know if you've unmuted. See, since Mr. Robert is
I,
still all right.
I I'm
Awesome,
unmuted.
awesome. There we go. Awesome. You can ask a question. All right, we are listening, please.
Okay. I'm Jonathan Hans. Johnny Oriel.
Oh, okay. It's not Mr. Roberts. One second. Who is talking? That's Jonathan. Jonathan, you can ask your
Yes,
question.
yes.
Awesome. Welcome
Okay.
to the stage.
Hello?
All right.
Are you getting me now?
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Roberts, we'll get to you. Jonathan is currently asking his question. We'll get to you soon. All right, Jonathan, ask your question, please.
Mm,
Your network is
Hello?
all right. Mr. Roberts, ask your question. Go ahead.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
All right, who is ready to ask their question, because Mr. Roberts and Jonathan's network is a bit down. All right. The next on our list is James. James, are you with us?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, yes, sir. Greetings to you all.
Greetings.
First of all, I want to say
Hello.
thank you for hosting this
I
meeting
have another question.
for. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, we are there. Yeah, James, go
Okay.
ahead.
My question is, I don't really understand the part where you are selecting a specific region for running an ads. I've been running ads for a long time, but in choosing the specific region where you can run ad, I don't understand that place. Yes, so I really want you to throw light on that.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. So that would be the location, right? So you asked the question, the region specifically, right? Where are you connecting from? Where are you connecting from us? Connecting to
Yes, Monrovia, Liberia. Monrovia,
Liberia.
Liberia.
Liberia. Okay.
James.
So
Yes.
let's take it. Maybe you have a product that you are trying to sell, and maybe you don't want to target the whole of Liberia. One of the things that we can do is we can select. Okay, please, James, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm unmuted.
Um, sorry, please mute yourself, please. I can hear some feedbacks from your end. All right, thank you. So this is something that we are going to be learning in more details going for that tomorrow onwards, like actually setting up the right campaign, right? So we'll be learning how to do that. Today is only setting up the foundation, how to really understanding how to build a foundation, setting up the right objective, and then really understanding that Facebook is the right place to build your business, right? The next, that's tomorrow when we come, we are going to learn how to build the actual campaign. We'll be building the campaign, we'll get into details, right? So James, tomorrow I want to see you here and we'll be going into details. So let's say for you want to target some regions, we can do that, right? In Facebook, you can even target your own region, your own, let's say you have a store and you want people when they step into that location, they start getting targeted by the ad. You can do that. We call that geo-targeting ads. We'll get there. So Mr. Semi is asking, will we be sharing the recordings? Yes, we only share it to people who actually jump on the course. We've taken a screenshot of everyone who has jumped on the call today. So we are only going to be sharing the recordings to people who jump on the live with us. We are doing this because we want people to actually show up. So yes, we'll be sharing we have all of your names here. We'll be sending the recordings to each and every one of you. All right. So Next question is from Francis. Oh, all right. Francis Sisse. Sorry if I butchered your name.
Fatoma, Francis Fatoma.
Fatuma. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, I have someone else is here who is Francis Gapse. That's I have we have another Francis here who has raised his hand. Fatuma, I've answered your question. That's like the graphic design that I mentioned in the beginning. Mr. Roberts, are you with us now? Are you ready to ask your question?
Yeah, this is Francis Beshi. Beshi City.
Oh, Beshi. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. We really appreciate because learning shows things in this kind of way. We know things now. For someone to provide something free like this is not easy.
Yes.
Uh, First of all, I appreciate you. Uh, what I want to ask here is if you are running these things, then I've been seeing measuring about credit card. Is there anything like you can do this if like you are just starting a small business, then you cannot pay for a credit card? Can you have any way to bypass that and do that in any other way free?
Ah, my brother, no, you cannot do it for free. This is a business we are running. This is a business we are running. We cannot tell Facebook to run our business for free. No. We
Really,
need
really,
we
because you are also looking out for profit.
yes. Facebook
Okay,
Facebook is not a non-profit, so no, we cannot run this for free.
Uh,
okay, okay.
I'm actually in
Thank you,
support
thank
of
you,
him
thank
because I
you.
wish there was something like that. So
Uh,
that at least we can skip that
Yeah,
portion and then
yes. No, they want Facebook to give them for free. Okay, the only way we can get access to that for free is, you see, as you continue to spend on Facebook, Facebook gives you access to credit. I don't know when or the threshold that happens, but as time goes on, when you spend a lot with Facebook, they'll give you access to credits that you can use. By so doing, you're actually running the ad for free, but it comes with a prerequisite. You need to actually run run an advert with them for some time. And some of these cards, I don't know whether it is Amex also gives access to credits, but you, you as you do your as you do as you do more research, you get to it, but for free you cannot get access to that. Awesome. All right. Francis, Fatima, James, I see your hands up again.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a question? Let me see the chat. Does it has anyone else? Uh, okay. Thanks, Alex. You have broadened my knowledge more on Facebook. This is very useful and something which I'm now giving a serious thought. You have created more awareness. Thank you for that. Mr. Semi asks, please share the recordings. As I mentioned, we'll be sharing the recordings to people who show up today. Yeah. All right. Any other questions so that I can give it to the moderator to take it from there. All right. So if there is no other questions, this is a 3-day event, and one of the things I want to promise. So I made a promise in the beginning that for those who don't have a service or a product right now, we have a bonus for you. Maybe we have a bonus for you as well. One of the things is we will provide you with businesses or products that you can actually sell and then make a profit from. And then we also continue to give you trainings on how to run Facebook ads, including videos that you can also use to promote. So we'll continue this to 3 days, but I want to put this up front so that it's off my chest. We have something to offer you at the end of the 3 days that we are here. Some of you some of you already have that already. I missed the rest of the discussion. No worries. I want I want to ask a question, but I think my network is bad. Don't worry at all. You can ask the question on WhatsApp. I'll be opening up the group for those who are already there. Some of you are also in other WhatsApp group. I'll try to join those ones as well. But I'll open up the group for questions as well. Then when we come tomorrow, we'll continue from where we left off. Tomorrow we are going to get into the meat of the event, really understanding how to build this art that you see on Facebook, the art that you saw and you got access. It says, can you run ads on using more than two objectives to achieve another? No, you cannot have two objectives in the same campaign. It doesn't work that way. But you can have two campaigns with different objectives running at the same time. You can have an engagement campaign running at once, and you can also have a sales campaign running simultaneously. You can do that. But having the objective like sales and then engagement at the same time, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. It doesn't work. One objective, one campaign. That's how it does. So Jonathan, that's your answer. All right. Any other questions? All right. So then we'll take it out. Okay. So okay, it says you want sales, but you decide to have the yes, that's what I mentioned in the beginning, that you can run the engagement campaign in the beginning to get access to people who, let's say you have a video. So the engagement is we saw one of the benefits of the engagement campaign is to increase video views, right? So when we run the engagement campaign, we get shares, people share, like, and comment, right? We can go back to Facebook and then we tell Facebook, I want to retarget the people who have watched the video and then to this particular ad, this sales ad that I have now. We can do that, right? We can do that, but we have to have a baseline first. So the baseline is yes, one campaign, one objective. The next stage is once we decide on making a sales, we can retarget anyone who has watched the video before, who has liked our page. We can do that. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. You can do that. Okay, it says it's clear. Awesome. All right, so I'll leave it to the moderator to take it from here. And yeah, so moderator Daniela will take it from here.
All right, that was an amazing and impactful session. Thank you very much. Before we close, let's appreciate our resource person, Mr. Ales. Yeah, he has really done a great job this afternoon. And then also a special thank to our CEO, the global admin, and every leader across the country. Okay, thank you very much for investing in our growth. And then also, if you learned something valuable today, kindly drop a finger, a thumbs up, or anything in the comment section here. Thank you very much. Remember, knowledge is only powerful when it is applied. Go out there and put today's session into action. Thank you, athletes from Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria, Togo, and everywhere for joining. Stay blessed, stay productive, and keep going. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, the same time, the same link. Bye.
That's nice. Oh, universe.